Sir, left corner, sir.
Manish sir, center. Yes, sir. Center, sir.
Yeah, left corner. Yeah, left to right. Yeah.
Manish sir, center. Manish sir.
सर
हाँ तो यही है मेरा नंबर।
नुसरत जी, एक सोलो का तीनों का एक साथ। हम लेफ्ट से चालू किए, लेफ्ट से।
हाँ पुनीत नाम है ना।
या सोफी, या सोफी।
Sophie, center.
सोफी, all of you, all of you. सोफी little right. Yeah.
Yeah, this camera.
सोफी,
One more this camera. ये क्या?
कियारा जी, नुसरत. हाँ. The left corner. Thank you. Kiara, left corner.
Yeah.
Your left corner.
Kiara here. Yeah, look at it. One more. Kiara.
Your left, Kiara.
Come over here. What Kiara here? Thank you.
Yeah.
बस ऊपर से कर बस 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 नीचे से कर बस अभी तेरा थोड़ा
ओके ठीक है एकदम हाई
बस सोलो में भी है क्या
Excuse me. किधर मारना है?
Right here. One more. Thank you. Over here.
Ma'am, here, just below.
One to the elephant.
Let's sit on the elephant.
Be on the other side. Yeah, ma'am, left. Two.
Center, ma'am.
यहाँ लेफ्ट या
Span left to right.
हाँ मैम
Ma'am
here.
here. Ma'am here.
Ma'am, over here.
One center. Without waiting.
Excuse me, look
Ma'am, to
here.
the center.
Ma'am.
भाई तू इधर आ जाना
Thank you very much for the incredibly warm response. Thank you for applauding the moments in that film that are so very dear to our hearts. Thank you for coming tonight. And there is so much that could be said, but I'm going to keep it brief. I feel that when I look at these elephants, they're just so very, very, very beautiful. And when I look at them tonight, I also just think there's a certain amount of bravery in every single one of them. And I say bravery because we have come to India without knowing very many people, and we have had to persuade so many of India's most respected and talented creatives to lend their talents to a campaign that was really just an idea. And I think they've done that with such extraordinary dedication that we can say, having seen this exhibition travel to now 25 different cities and 25 different countries, that without a doubt it is the most show-stopping and beautiful collection of elephants in aid of India's elephants that we have ever seen. So thank you to every single, who is an artist here right now? Please put yourself, stand up or put your hand in the air. We want to see you and applaud you. You are absolutely our heroes. Thank you. You've done something absolutely incredible. And you know what's so wonderful is that we have already sold 72 of these elephants. 72! And we didn't know if that was ever going to happen. And we know that they are all going to find homes here in India, and that really has been the dream. So just heartfelt. This was meant to just be a thank you speech. It's actually for India's conservation community to talk about India's wildlife. But I will just say a few words on that, given that we've had the film. And I think more than anything, I'm sure we're all very, very aware and have perspective on the fact that we are just in such a moment of time right now where the world's wildlife is under such threat. 50% of all animals have just been wiped out in the last 40 years. I'm going to be 40 in a couple of weeks' time. That's a terrible thing to think, that as we've been growing up, they have just been going, and what we're not going to allow to happen is the word gone to ever be uttered whilst we're all alive. The whole world wants these animals to survive, whether it's polar bears in the Arctic, or jaguars in South America, or lions in Kenya. And certainly the Save the Elephants cause is without a doubt a global cause. It's not just for India. The whole world wants us to save the elephant. They are, the dinosaurs almost. It'd be like losing our own imagination to lose them. They are the inspiration behind so many different things. I grew up in London, but I never stopped seeing elephants in logos and imagery and artwork. So thank you for joining that. And I guess being in India, you can say all of these sad statistics, but look at China. You've got a similar human population, but there are only 200 elephants left in China in the wild. India has 27,000, the world's largest population, and the largest population of tigers. You are a conservation miracle on the world stage, and the world is looking at India for guidance in terms of other countries, in terms of how do we continue to live with the world's wildlife while human populations explode. And I guess the answer to that is tolerance a lot of the time, and figuring out ways to coexist, and corridors are one of those answers. But that tolerance is going. Since the beginning of this year, 8 elephants have been poisoned in Assam by farmers who are battling against those very hungry, desperate populations who all want the same space. And every 4 days an elephant is being killed in India, and that's normally through poisoning or electrocution or train hits with the train lines going everywhere, and sometimes poaching as well. So it's a very, very real and everyday problem, and we wanted to bring joy to Bombay and India in our efforts to actually mobilize everyone to get behind helping save them. And I think the best moment that a lot of the team recite was when we all went down as a team to Bandra Fort last weekend, and we just overheard a child take her mum by the hand and say, look at this elephant, it's linked to a corridor in Orissa. And then we knew we were winning. Never mind how much money they raised, the fact that corridors are in the mainstream vocabulary as a solution is hugely successful. But very quickly, moving on to happy things. Tonight is a celebration, it's a thank you. There have been hundreds and hundreds of people involved in this campaign, but there are a few people that have to be called out, that when you look back, all roads seem to lead back to them. And one of them is a politician called Poonam Mahajan, who has been a lightning rod for India's elephants, and she deserves a massive round of applause. I don't even know if she's here, but let it be known she's been incredible. She brought on board the government of Maharashtra, who then gave us all the locations, waived everything. Bollywood, they got schools, they got Radio 1, and Gustav, who's amazing in her office, has also just been unbelievable. So we thank you for being the best ever parade ambassador, that whole group of government people. Vikram Goyal, who is the most darling man. Where are you, Vikram? Where is he? Can someone call him out? I wish I had a spotlight. Vikram, you know, he kind of tentatively started getting involved, and next thing he knows, it's taken over his entire friendship group and his entire life. He made the beautiful brass jolly elephant here, which is the highest selling at 18 magnificent lakhs for this cause. He got on board our headline sponsor, Good Earth, so many artists, and through Moses, he got us Hasina. Where is Hasina? That darling woman who then brought the whole of Bombay to talk about elephants. She's rehomed at least 10 elephants. She's a complete elephant goddess, and we're going to love you forever. And then finally, Tanya Mystery, turned up on our doorstep. Where is she? Yes.